Hello, hello, we're rocking and rolling. It's Tea and Drum, and this is the next episode. I ate only fruit for I think a whole week. And for about 2 months, I don't think I ate a single gram of added sugars. And I think it was a little bit extreme. And when I finally did break and eat junk food, I stuffed myself and felt like shit for a while because I just kept stuffing myself. So I don't know what the best solution is, because part of me, I want to be 100% healthy. I want to just only eat like the the most natural things. But I just don't think it's realistic. I really don't. No, that's not the right word. It's not that it's not realistic. I just don't think it's valuable to do that, because it's I think it's based on pride. You're like, yeah, I only eat healthy stuff. I'm so disciplined that I never eat candy and I never eat fried food, and I'm doing my best. But I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Um and I don't know if there's a connection between alcoholics and people who just take things to the extreme. Um But yeah, I just don't think it's the right thing to do. I don't think it's the right thing to do to just be so on top of your diet that you can never slip up. Because it's just it's just not I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy to be doing that, because I feel like people have a tendency to just go all for one thing. And I think that's a myth. That's not very helpful. People are like, find your passion and then just do that. That's the only thing you should do. But I don't think that's the way to live a balanced life. Um, because I feel like we also, as I'm kind of doing right now, we compartmentalize our lives to where we separate everything, and we act as if none of the parts of our life are related. You're like, oh yeah, you have your social life, you have your work life, you have your finance, you have your romance, you have your family. It's like all of that is one thing, and you have your health or something. So you're like, oh yeah, everything's good, but my health is not good, as if that's not related to the rest of your life. And then if you let that go, you'll end up getting sick, and then that's going to affect every aspect of your life. So yeah, and then if you're so focused on the nutrition, and then you stop having meals with people, and it's so easy to get out of balance. I feel like we have lost the practice of just checking in on each other and getting reality checks, because we're so afraid to call each other out on things that we see that we're like, hey man, maybe you should chill out on, maybe you should drink a little bit less or something. We don't want to tell our friends that, or our parents, or our our brothers or sisters. Like we would just want them to like us, and we want them to think that we're supportive. So we'll never tell them anything that's wrong that we think they're doing. And it's like, and I think that also comes from people taking things so personally and getting so offended by stuff. Like, if someone says, "Hey, I think you're drinking a little bit too much," why would you get your panties in a wad about that? Why wouldn't you say, "Okay, thanks, thanks, yeah, thanks," thank you. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say is thank you. You know? It's like, why we take things so personally, and we're always on the defense. If someone says something to us that's like not saying you're doing everything right and keep doing everything that you're doing, if someone says anything other than that, we feel attacked. And we're like, "No, I'm a good person. Why would you say that I'm not a good person?" And you're like, "Whoa, I just said that this one action that you're taking might not be the best choice, and that's my opinion." And that's the whole thing. Someone's giving you their opinion. That's not your opinion. It can be, but that's their opinion, their perspective, not yours. So why would you take that personally? It's it's so frustrating, man, because I do it all the time where I'm always looking out for if anyone questions my judgment. I can't. It's like sometimes I'm like, did you really just give me a suggestion? Did you really just tell me your perspective on me? What is it that you're defending? Your ego. That's all you're defending. Your little ego that wants to be big because it wants to be more than it is. And it doesn't realize that if it was just happy being you, then it would be fine. But it thinks it's all these other things that are not you. It thinks that you are the opinions of others. It thinks that you are your emotions or the thoughts that other people have about you. It thinks that you are how you feel about what someone said to someone else about you. It wants to be all these things, and it can't. It can't. And it only causes pain when it tries. But that is a part of you. You shouldn't go kill your ego or try to have no ego. Your ego is you. It is you. But it's not all these other things. And it can drive you to extreme behavior. So the tendency for extreme behavior comes from your ego, trying to be something other than what it already is. And maybe you are not doing what you should be doing, and you know you should be doing. So you do need to make changes. But even then, you're still not the opinions of other people. That's not what you are. What you are is whatever you are. I mean, I can't tell you what you are. I can just observe you from what I see you are. So why do we put such value on the opinions of other people? Why don't we trust our own judgment? What actions do we take that dismiss our own judgment? Why don't we trust ourselves? Why are we always looking for other people to tell us how good we are? Why can't we just know that this is what I am? I don't have to be all those other things because I'm this. So what's the problem with being this? Well, maybe there is a problem because you're being lazy or you're doing something wrong and you know it. But that's why you have your own judgment. So that's your own guidance. And that's usually the best one. So why don't you just listen to that? Why don't you listen to yourself? Why do you try to be what everyone else thinks you are? Why is their opinion more valuable than yours? Maybe people have this false idea of being cocky or prideful. It's like, oh, you trust your own judgment? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are just trusting yourself and believing yourself? You know? You think you know that, you think that you can just make your own decisions. You think that you don't really need to be seen as what other people think you should be seen as. Who are you to decide that for yourself, you prideful person? You listen to your own judgment? Who are you? You prideful person. It's not prideful, dude. It's not prideful. Everything in our society is backwards. Everything is backwards. Everything, dude. Everything. We get all upset. I love that book by Shakespeare. I've never read it, but the title, Much Ado About Nothing. That's our society right now. We're totally lost. We're totally lost. And then the loudest people on the fucking news and the TV are the ones who are telling, and the TV, yeah, and the movies are telling you what you are. They're trying to tell you that you are your fashion or how many girls you slept with or how big your tits are. They're trying to tell you that that's what you are, and we've all believed them at some point. So it's just ridiculous, dude. So the loudest voices in our culture, the ones that reach the most people, are the ones that are telling us all these lies about who we are. And we listen to them. Why do we listen to them? Because we don't realize that we're just ourselves. Like we're not all these opinions, all these ideas, all these cultural norms, how we live up to all these standards of beauty and popularity. We're not all that. You're just you. Peace, guys. Love yourself. Bye.